groups of canoeists meet in the middle of the lake. After a brief visit, a person in canoe 1 pushes on canoe 2 with a force of 46 Newton to separate the canoes. If the mass of canoe 1 and its occupants is 130 kilograms, and the mass of canoe 2 and its occupants is 250 kilograms, find the momentum of each canoe after 1.2 seconds of pushing. So, first, let's make a simple diagram para ma-visualize natin kung ano yung itsura. So, let's say this is canoe 1 and canoe 2. Yan, lagyan natin ng ganyan. So, this is canoe 1 and canoe 2. Tapos, meron tao dito. Gawin natin dalawa. So, 130 kilograms. That's approximately 2 people. Damihan natin yung sa 2. Yan. So, si canoe 1, after the brief visit, he's pushing on canoe 2 with a force of 46 Newton. So, kung 46 Newton to, by the third law of motion, 46 Newtons din to. And to get the momentum, we must first find the acceleration. And after we find the acceleration, we find the velocity. And once na meron na tayong velocity, we can simply plug it in sa formula na momentum is equal to mass times velocity. First, let's look for the acceleration. If you remember the formula of formula for force, which is force is equal to mass times acceleration, we're simply going to derive this. Kukunin lang natin acceleration. We're gonna get summation of forces over mass. And, ipa-plug in lang natin. For canoe 1, acceleration 1, we're going to use the force which is negative 46 Newton over the mass that is 130 kilograms. So, why negative? Negative because they are going into the negative x direction. And as for 2 naman, they're going to the positive x direction. And with that, we're going to get the answer of negative 0.35 meters per second squared. And for canoe 2 naman, we're going to put 46 Newton over 250 kilograms. And the answer that we're gonna get here is 0.18 meters per second squared. Okay, now that we have the acceleration of both canoes, we can now find the velocity. To find the velocity, we can simply use the formula velocity is equal to initial velocity plus acceleration times time. Yan. So for velocity 1, wala naman tayong initial velocity, so we can use cancel it out, 0. Acceleration for canoe 1 is 0.35 meters per second. And the time is 1.2 seconds. And we're going to get the velocity of negative 0.42 meters per second. Yung velocity niya after 1.2 seconds of pushing. And we're gonna do the same for canoe 2. Since wala naman tayo initial velocity, we can simply cancel it out. Tapos direkta na tayo sa acceleration times time, which is 0.18 meters per second. Squared multiply by 1.2 seconds, and that is 0.22 meters per second. We now have both of their velocities, and now we can simply solve for the momentum. Solve for the momentum, itong formula na to, mass times velocity. For momentum of canoe 1, the mass is 130 kilograms. And the velocity is negative 0.42 meters per second. And The answer for that is negative 55 kilograms multiplied by meters per second. For canoe 2 naman, momentum ng canoe 2, we can put 250 kilograms multiplied by the velocity, which is 0.22 meters per second. And we are going to get the answer of 55 kilogram times meter per second. So this is the momentum of both canoes after 1.2 seconds of pushing.